Hey everyone, it's Chris from Smithy Finance, and this is your market update for June 12th. And so basically, the market's pretty good. We've had some good news on the China US trade deals. Everything's kind of calming down to a degree. The world being the world, there's always something on fire, so to speak. Um, but we had a pretty good move today in gold, up $64, 3,400. Silver up, copper up a couple of cents to 484. Platinum is on quite the roll. It's up $25 today. Oil, let's see, flat, but it's had a hell of a rally the last week or two. And we've seen some of our stocks go. So that's been some good news because we've had some bad news. And I'm going to talk about Ivanhoe in just a moment. But we've the Saturn Soil, SOIL, that I like so much, is trading 208, 209. Actually, it looks like it closed at 210 tonight. Their significant issuer bid is for 215. If the stock's over 215, they're not going to get anything tendered, obviously. We'll see. They may up it, or it just may not get filled, or maybe oil falls back and the stock goes down and they will get filled for the 3 million shares they're bidding for. Sorry, 7 million shares they're bidding for at 215. Um, yeah, Bitcoin down, kind of weak. We've hit that 210, 212 area a few times, and it's been rejected. No big deal. This is how Bitcoin goes, and all the Bitcoin treasury company stocks are down a bit today, but really a nothing day in that regard. All right, let's talk about Ivanhoe. So, a little background. As I've mentioned, I've been in Ivanhoe, IVN, for 9 or 10 years. I think it was 2015. I made my initial purchase at $1. The stock went to 20 this year, or in the last 12 months. I think last November thereabouts, and they never missed. Okay, they would set out their expectations and they would exceed them, and it happened quarter after quarter after quarter. You're in the Congo, but there's never a political issue, or not much of a political issue, maybe in the early days. But it's been smooth sailing. The ore body is massive and huge and rich and fantastic and growing and open, and it's spectacular. The world needs copper, and is going to need more and more copper. So everything is good on Ivan up until this last 6 months or so, and then they've had some stumbles, and some real stumbles this time around, with this seismic activity they've had in their big Kamoa-Kakula mine. And the stock's been has been really hit hard. Today, they had a press release. They've officially lowered their guidance for the year, which obviously they were going to, and the guidance has gone from 500 and, let me just get the proper number for you 1 second. It's gone from 550,000 tons of copper to now 395. That's a big drop, especially if you consider the first quarter was excellent. So that decrease is coming from the next 3 quarters, and especially this quarter and the next quarter. So that's negative. Their costs. So the problem is they had this seismic activity that caused water to flood the mines, and obviously seismic means there's some shaking. But it's really the water. So they've dewatered, or at least they've reopened part of the mine, but the other part of the mine, the bigger part, is in a lot of water. They're going to start dewatering that because they've ordered more pumps, but they're not there yet. And the pumps won't be there till, quote, the next third quarter, which starts July 1. And you go, well, that's not far off. Well, it's the third quarter. They say August in here. So what is that, August 30th? And the mine, that part of the mine will be dewatered sometime in the fourth quarter. So this is going to take a long time. It also appears as though the seismic activity is self-induced. So they're going to have to change the way they mine, which would likely be adding stopes. They have to backfill once they empty an area. You kind of need to fill it up again with waste rock, I understand. And anyway, it's quite the mess. I mean, it really is. It worries me. It should, it's going to take at least a year. My guess, to get them back. Maybe not a year. Maybe I'm being overly pessimistic, but this is not a small problem, and I think we have to be realistic about it. I did sell some stock today. It is still it's been a massive position of mine. I feel great affinity for management. I think they're fantastic. I'm a huge copper bull. I think copper is going to go way higher in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years. These guys are going to mint money. I told you not that long ago, I thought we'd get $50 plus on the stock at some point. But everything is kind of off the table until we know that they can produce, that this mine can get back up to full production, or something approaching full production. And they may have to make a new mine plan. And yeah, it's kind of crappy. So I sold some today. I sold probably a third of my entire position. Prior, I had sold a little bit from my trading account. Now I've sold a little bit more from my registered account. Sucks, man. I don't want to do it. But as traders, we have to be realistic. This is going to take some time. Traded huge volume today, 30 some odd million. It's the most it's traded in the last 12 months. And we hit a new 52-week low today, as I mentioned. It ain't pretty, man. And mining. We know mining is difficult, and this is why we need them to be rewarded well when they finally get the sunshine, because they have to go through a lot of rainy periods. Rainy being apt because of the of the flooding that they've endured, and now we've got to give them time. So I don't know. If it rallies a bit, I'll probably sell some more. If it dumps more, maybe at some point I'll buy it, but probably not for now. I think, it's just my guess. I could be really wrong on this, okay? So I'm just going to watch how the tape, watch how it trades. But my feeling at the moment is that this is at best dead money, and it could easily drift a fair bit lower in the absence of any news or progress or slow progress, or just the market gets bored and wants to go to something else that's going to work better. So yeah, it's a sad tale. Kind of a tough time, right? We had the IA thing yesterday and the Ivan today, and of course we had the crashes a couple months ago. And yeah, sometimes trading. I've told you it's messy, and you will be disappointed. I guess that's obvious. And we just kind of have to, from time to time, take a step back, for me, get a little smaller, take my eyes off the screen, recharge, maybe take a couple of weeks, and then get a fresh look and a fresh start. But money is to be made all over the place in the market. This is just a fact of life. Remember, I told you about my initial boss, who suffered day after day after day after day of losses. 10,000 US, 15,000 US, 12,000 US. He was buying IBM, GM,